Hello, 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 and welcome to a new spin on morning. My name is Patricia Freudenberg, also known as Patty from New York, and I am honored to be here. And this is a brief and meaningful space, about 15 minutes or less, where we take a pause from the noise and step into a moment of reflection and renewal. And as a certified end of life coach and the founder of Miss You Graham, my mission is to support you through grief and help you reconnect with your living legacy. Because even in the depth of mourning, there is light, there is love, and there is life still to be lived. And each episode, I'll be sharing a reading from Legacy Cafe, my ongoing grief recovery newsletter. And these are short reflections, and they are practical insights meant to meet you right where you are. Whether you're healing, remembering, or simply learning how to keep going with your heart and intention. So grab a tea, take a breath, and settle in. Today's reading is titled Catch Fire, and I will be sharing a screen so we could check it out on missugraham.com. That's missugraham.com. And if you go to newsletter, it will be right up there, but I'll just give you a little visual. And here we go. Let me just go here. And okay, this is today's newsletter titled Catch Fire. And here's the image. And, I did a little fire pit here. We have some rocks. We don't want to spread it out, but we want to get warm on this one. We want to get warm, but the fire does rise. And listen, I like to be playful. This is who I am, right? And if you don't like it, well, change the channel. If you like it, like I said, take a seat, grab a tea, take your shoes off. But this is for you. Today's newsletter reads Catch Fire, Grief Recovery Series. And this is Legacy Cafe newsletter by Patricia D. Freudenberg. That would be me. If you know anything about fire, you know it multiplies quickly, furiously, and one small spark, and it spreads. That's the metaphor today. Catch fire. Emotions behave much the same way. You can't always see them, but you feel them. And just like fire, they spread. Whether you're spiraling into sorrow or climbing towards inspiration, the momentum builds fast. So what's catching fire in your life right now? Is it the dark hole of grief? Because yes, grief too can catch fire. It can pull you into a downward momentum so fast you barely recognize it until you're deep in the ashes. But just as grief can spiral, so can healing, so can joy, and so can legacy. When you're in the dark, the first step is wanting out. That desire alone strikes the first match. From there, only you know what lights you up. Maybe it's your favorite song. Maybe it's a quiet moment outdoors, a warm bath, or a scoop of your favorite ice cream. Yes, even that can be part of healing. This isn't about indulgence. It's about ignition. Catching fire is to rise. Catching fire is to remember. And catching fire is to live again. And I'm not here to give you a formula. I'm here to give you permission. Permission to spark a new vibration. Permission to rise above the grief, spiral, and move toward a life that reflects your love, your light, and your legacy. You were born with a gift, and no one could change my mind on that. And while I honor those who have transitioned, and I have even built an app for that, it's called Miss You Graham app, this space, these words, this newsletter is not about the app. It's about you. It's about lighting a flame. It's about choosing to catch fire and burn with purpose. And here's a fun fact. A fire can double in size every 30 seconds. That's how fast momentum works. Let that remind you, your inner spark, your desire to heal, your choice to rise can spread just as fast when fueled with the right intention. And the prompt for reflection today is, what small spark can you ignite today to shift your momentum? Name one thing that brings you light, and commit to doing it. Of course, I'm going to recommend Live Your Legacy, a new spin on mourning This is a 50-page guidebook with space for journaling, offers tools to help you rise from grief and step into purpose. I do have a quote here. You can't wait for the fire. You must become the spark. And this, going back to this book, is here's the journal. And I mention this all the time. There's no lines on purpose, because what if you want to draw a doodle, right upwards, right downwards? I don't know. I just love just to feel free to write. And each page has a prompt with the chapter title. And I'll go through them real quickly. Mind over matter. Pausing in the now. Unfolding grief. Mourning for mourning. Time and state. Divinity and beyond. Breakthrough breakdowns. Wonderful let goes. Slow yet steadily. Reflect and repeat. And I'm still on my page here. And here is the book available on Amazon. It is Amazon Prime, so check it out. It's really cool. I have two author pages. One's with my company that I founded, Miss U Graham, and the other one is my private one. But going back to the website, I just want to say, I'm not sure if you even saw that. I'm not sure if it shared the screen on that. However, when we go back here, and we go to shop, right? If you're on the website and you go to shop, I just want to share a little gift. Might serve you, it might not serve you, but you know, it's about paying it forward. There's the Last Will and Testament. Now, you can get this at the local library. I mean, for one of the places, it also is available here, you know, for $5.99, since, you know, I am a Prosper for Purpose business. But today, if you click on this link and you go to order, if you put in LYL for Live Your Legacy, LYL in your cart, when you add to cart and you put that as a coupon code, then it will be free. And then you could instantly download it. You could download as many as you want. That's how I set it up. You can download it as many times as you want. Right here, I'm going to put LYL. There we go. What's going on? Hold on. Give me a second. LYL. I don't know why I'm getting tongue twisted on that one. Apply. And then it will be free. And then it will be ready to download as many times as you want. And then you take it to your local bank or library and have it notarized. And this is just a starting point. You really do need a trust. You do need a trust, but that's not so much my lane. This is just an additional service that I provide as a resource. That's it. I'm not one to write wills or trusts. I'm not in that legal zone. But I will direct you to the right way. And this is the starting point, you know, and it is an uncomfortable thing to do sometimes, but it is a necessary thing to do sometimes, actually all the time. You know, it's one of those things in preparedness. And once you do it, then you could just move on. You don't have to get scared or get stuck in that mindset. Just do it. Just like putting a fire alarm in. We hope to never have a fire. You prepare, you put it up. Okay, now move on. You know, that there's a fine line there. Sometimes when we're in preparedness, I was talking about this earlier in my grievance chat room, that sometimes in preparedness, let me remove this. In preparedness, sometimes we get stuck in the fear of the thing we're preparing for, right? Let's say, you know, even like, for example, the fire, it's good to be careful. It's good to prepare. But just don't get stuck there. You know, once you prepare, then just change channels. So again, with the even living will, this is a last will and testament, but even a living will, let's say you go into the hospital. Nobody plans to say, oh, what a good day to go to the hospital and become unconscious. Nobody wakes up with those intentions, right? That's why living wills are also important too. And maybe I'll get that also out there as a resource. But right now, LYL, I said it without stuttering, in the coupon code, and you'll be able to download it for free, and you can make as many copies as you want. Again, it's one of those things that it never feels like it's the right time to talk about, but it is important. a lot of times to do these things and just get it done. This way you don't have to talk about it anymore. And with that being said, again, I welcome you back. I'll be doing these pop-ups and you'll be seeing more of me, and I appreciate every single supporter. I also want to invite you to Miss You Graham app, which is a free public service exclusively for memorializing. You know, if you look on any social, you can't scroll more than 2 minutes without seeing a memorial. Well, Miss You Graham app now is a place exclusively for that. You could keep your posts private or public. And listen, it's a starting point. We're building it, we're expanding it, and you know, we are a Prosper for Purpose company. So any money that goes in will be putting right back into the build so we could keep getting better and bigger and providing more for you. So with that being said, this is Patty from New York. Thank you for being here. This is a new spin on Mourning. Thank you so much. And I will be sharing our song here. I don't know if it's playing, maybe not. Yeah, here we go.
Whispers turn to flame. I walk through shadows, chasing light. Wrote my name across the night. Not just echoes in the dust. I need more than just he was. Every heartbeat marks a page. Every tear a war I wage. Through the silence, hear me say, I was here, I found my way. Remember my name when the lights go low. Let my fire burn long after I go. I don't want gold, I don't need fame. Just a legacy forged in flame. 'Cause everybody wants to be remembered. I've seen loss in every eye, but I turn grief into the sky. Built from ashes, bold and true. This is how I make it through. Don't you cry, don't you grieve. In your hearts I'll never leave. Let my story light your road. A melody that never grows old. Remember my name when the lights go low. Let my fire burn long after I go. I don't want gold, I don't need fame. Just a legacy forged in flame. 'Cause everybody wants to be remembered. When the night feels too long, sing my verse, keep me strong. I'm the voice that